Welcome back to the channel, guys. My name is Wavy Udon, and today we have another road to 1000 subscriber video. I make one of this for every 100 subs that I receive, and this one is for my 300 to 400 sub milestone. I am in awe at the amount of support that I've been receiving here, and it's just wow, it's crazy that I'm able to do all this with all of you. So these videos here are to support anyone who are on this journey of growing their YouTube channel or are thinking about it. I make these videos as I am in the exact stage. I don't have a million subs who have made it or have a name for myself on this platform. I'm just an average guy making mistakes, learning from it, and having the privilege of growing the channel through bumps and humps like most of you. So in my last video, I talked about the importance of focus, analytics, and experimentation. Now today, I am not doing a top tips video like I normally do. I'm going to do a deep dive into analytics from YouTube. So this is massively important as it really helps me to optimize my content that I create and share. And I hope it will help you too. I work as a digital advertiser as my day-to-day job. I handle clients and massive budgets and accounts, so I'm applying that same mindset to me as a brand, adjusting it based on scale. So let's dive right into it. And welcome to Analytics on YouTube. So to get here, all you need to do is navigate to the YouTube Studio, which will be on your dashboard there. Select it, and over here you will have your Analytics tab. Now I'll go through the basic format here, and then we'll just touch on the advanced mode later on, so don't worry about it. So if you've never seen one of these dashboards before, it's quite straightforward. You have your days here, which you can navigate in terms of periods where you might want or are interested to have a look. And then you have a bunch of different tabs up here and a few options to toggle around. So the overview shows you things like your views, your watch time, and your subscriber number. Now, that you can have an entire video on views because Google's a black box. They don't necessarily tell you how certain things are counted. There are assumptions. So for example, a view from 0 to 300 views on a particular video is whenever something's launched. So if somebody loads a video from 0 to 300 views on your video, that should just naturally count as a view. After 300 views, so you're 301, that takes into consideration a whole lot of different hosts of things. For example, are you unique? It takes to check if you're actually one person who's loading and reloading the same video over and over again. So there are a lot of ways to think about it, but for the purpose of this video, until we deep dive in the future, a view is essentially whenever somebody loads up your video. So you can see here, if you toggle on this particular side, the number of views you'll see per day. So I can tell you that on the 22nd of November, I generated a lot of views, so 176, here 187. Very interesting that the last milestone video did really well here. So 187 views on this particular day. What's really interesting is you can see which video generated this many views whenever you launch. So I launched this video, it generated this many views on this particular day. Maybe it was due to the launch of that video, maybe something else happened. But here it really gives you a look and insight into what content is giving you that level of views. So watch time is different. Even though you might have a lot of views, a lot of my content are quite short. So even though I had 187 views, I had about 15 hours worth of content watched that day. Certain days, for example there's some outliers here and there. Who knows what happened? So we don't necessarily take the outliers in, but consider it into and look into the day. Something might have occurred there to result in such a way. Subscriber count as well is a way that you can see what or when you have peaked in terms of when most of your subscribers came in, or when they did not. So I have peak days and I have really low days where you don't have any activity here. So consider, and you can look back to see what did I do on the days where it peaked and what I didn't do when it when nothing really happened. You have live count. As you can see, I'm doing this video quite early. It's only at 3:40, and you have certain things like your views, top videos here. So that's the first overview page. You have the top videos by period. As you can see here, if you were interested to see the average view ratio of certain videos, 166 views, so pretty good. Most people watch through the whole thing. Some are a bit lower and some are a bit higher. These I know would be high because they're only a minute, so drop-off rate would be quite low. So that is the first tab. Let's go on to the next tab, which would be reach. So there are some jargons here which I'll try to break down a little bit. So an impression in YouTube's state of mind is whenever something has been shown, your video thumbnail has been shown on the screen of somebody who's looking through YouTube on the search section of it, right? So 10,000 impressions in the last 28 days is a 23% drop. So here's the thing: impressions are great as a starting matrix, but it's not the most important because you're not gonna get views just based on the impressions. What you want to see are these 3 additional metrics here. So yes, you may have 10,000. Yes, there was a drop in 23% of view rates, but more people clicked through when they see that thumbnail. How many people actually click on that thumbnail to go and watch your video? And there's been an increase of 41%. So even though I have few people or few impressions being shown, I have more people who are going to click in. And as they click in, that's what you really want. You want to see how many people have viewed. So even though there's a 13% drop in the last 28 days, but still a 3,000 view count is pretty solid. Now, a unique viewer. What a unique viewer is even though your videos were being shown on 10,000 times in thumbnails across YouTube, unique viewers are how many people actually are unique. So those 3,000 views that you see were pretty much watched by 484 people. So yes, you might have 10,000 people unique, and that's pretty cool. 10,000 impressions, but really only the 3,000 videos have been watched by 484 people. So it's a growing amount, and I'm very happy that there are unique people, and it's not just like one person or two person who's just watching it. And so this kind of gives you a little bit of an idea of who and how your take is. You do want these high numbers here, and that's really the goal and the aim. But here's just a little bit of an explanation of what they mean. If I scroll down here, I'll also be able to see certain interesting things. So here are suggested videos. So these are traffic, right? As you can see from the description here, suggestion that appears next to or after a video links up. And these are the terms that people are searching for. So again, mine's a Pokemon video, Pokemon channel or Yu-Gi-Oh channel. And you can see after somebody has watched these particular things, my video comes out as a suggestion. And this is where your description is really important when you're thinking about the videos that you're making. The video title, the video description, because those are how people, that's how YouTube algorithm actually takes into consideration when you're putting it into search. So for example, if somebody was searching Pokemon, opening Pokemon cards at, like 0.7% of time, my video might be recommended to them. So yeah, always have a strategy about thinking about how you want to call out your video title and description. Put in the words, put in the keywords that are relevant to that video. Right, next we have engagements. Now this is the similar stuff that you saw, like average watch time and video rate duration. You can see certain ways that you can drop off, and the average number of hours somebody has seen the video. What's interesting would be this section here below. So these are key moments for your audience retention. So here you can see how many people within the first 30 seconds of intro are still watching your video. And I can see for some of them, pretty high, 90+% people are still watching videos. And then you have some that are much lower. I know this one, for example, is my trailer video, which if you have a channel, I highly suggest trailers. They kind of show audiences what your video is about on an autoplay scenario. And you can see here that at the first 30 seconds, you start to see drop-offs. So there are ways that you can try to adjust and make changes to your videos so that you capture them as much as you want. You can see top moments where your particular video has generated. So which videos have high spikes and high dips as well. So I've checked this one out before. So you have this Pokemon Pack Gala, right? So I know that I have peaks here, and the spikes here, where you can see this little spike over here, all that means is that people are either rewatching or they're sharing your video at this particular point. So you want to see what you did well here, that people are actually rewatching. From my side, Pokemon videos, they come with code cards, and you can use the code cards for games and whatnot. So I can tell that people are rewatching this section of the video because they want to go back and scan that QR code, see that code card, stop it, do what they want to do. And immediately after that, there's a drop-off. So you can see people are interested in the code cards, they really want to see that. So I would definitely be thinking about when I want to time my code card reveal so that people would stay interested. So this is pretty much spikes and dips that will it's like a filter of this particular one. So that's engagement, quite interesting if you're interested to see where people are interested in your videos. And finally, we have here audience. So you have new video viewers, and you also have returning video viewers. So you can see here how many people are returning to watch your videos and how many of these are actually new viewers who discovered it for the first time. They've seen it for the first time and are interested to see or watch more. So you have your uniques, your subs, and so that gives you a little bit more idea of who are coming back to you. Are people coming back to you to watch certain videos? Are they returning, or are they completely new from there? So those are the four main tabs for YouTube: your overview, reach, engagement, and audience. Now I'm just gonna touch on advanced mode slightly because it's a little bit more graphy, a little bit more graphical. So here you have different things like your video, traffic source, geography, things like that if you are interested in looking at a little bit more. You even have a more section here that you can see if and who, even languages, different OS systems, for example, where how people are watching your particular videos, where they're coming from. So I can see a lot coming from Macs. We have video info language, largely from, I think, largely unspecified. It's a bit hard, but I think you have even like translation use. So original language, most of it's original, some of it will be in a different language. So pretty cool. You can change it to a bar graph if you like. So a lot of ways to really show you how your videos are doing. A lot of additional impressions. You can do video by views. You can have watch hours. You can add even more metrics depending. And this is where you can start playing around. I don't qualify for revenue yet, so I can't see that. I don't remember. But if you do, this is where you can play around and see what you can do. I would say analytics is super important. It's a great way for me, and it informs me what kind of video content you guys as a viewer wants to see. It helps me to make content that's better, high quality, to address the interests of my channel. So that's pretty much it. And there you have it for analytics. So if I listen to my tips from my last video, I have to say that even though my channel started off as a Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh! Card review and opening channel, it seems like this channel has grown in terms of, I guess, interest, if you can say, where videos around a little bit like marketing, advertising as a small channel, a small business, and storytelling are doing really, really well as well, which is quite crazy. It was definitely never my intention. So I'm gonna have to sit down and rethink my channel's position, because things evolve, right? Whatever you had at the start might not be what you intended for the future. But that's the joy about starting your own channel. You have no idea which direction you end up taking, and the road is just full of really interesting things that you can do. So thank you all, and I'll chat with you on another top 10 tips video when I hit my 500 sub milestone. Amazing stuff. Thank you all, and have a good day. Bye.